Hey guys, this is Blaine with Stock Spear Trading, and this is the stock watch list for September the 20th. First one I want to talk about here is PSON. This is the new, well, it's rumored to be the new stock market authority pick. They have ran three major promos in the past that have all ran pretty high from the time they started them. Those were LEXG that ran from like $1 to $10. Rays ran about 60 cents to $2 or so, and SEFE was about 90 to two and a half, $3. So definitely big potential here with PSON. But keep in mind, the SEC cracked down earlier this week on some stocks for not having their SEC statements in line, or even one of them was suspended for having questions have arisen concerning the adequacy and accuracy of press releases concerning the company's operations, meaning that if the SEC sees some questionable press releases, they may decide to suspend the stock until further investigation can be done to determine whether or not the company is actually legitimate. And I can tell you right now, PSON is probably not a legitimate company if it's anything like the past pumps they have did. So just keep that in mind going forward. To me, this would be a short-term play. If you want to hold it long-term, then flip it for free shares so you don't have any of your actual investment left in there, and you just let the free shares ride it up. So that would be the best way to play this thing. Anyway, this is my top promo watch right now at PSON. Moving on. EGLE, watch for follow through over 4. Last time I popped through 4, and actually ran all the way to 450. Not saying this goes to 450, but I wouldn't be surprised to see it get 5 or 10% out of it. PPHM, big test coming up here at 5. If we zoom out just a little, or zoom in just a little bit, the 5 here, basically that spike the day that they got good news they're actually going to move forward in their FDA trials. It had a nice run there and then peaked at 5. It's been consolidating below that now, and it's going to be testing 5 again. It tested it today. Watch for it to test again tomorrow, and if it gets through, then it probably also gets another 5 or 10% out of it. DNDN, nice daily chart here with room to 6, especially if it gets through psychological level here of about 550. If it opens relatively even, and then next like it's going to start perking through 550, I'll probably take it long to see if we can get a push towards 6. QCOR, huge drop today. It's up a little bit after hours, so watch for bounce play on this thing. I'll talk about this one more in chat as it sets up. Facebook, speculative play here. Well, like most of the stocks we play are all speculative, but if it gets through 24, there's a gap to fill towards 27. Just keep that in mind going forward. HNSN, big resistance coming up here at 210. I would not be surprised to see it test the 210 spot and then pull back and then break through the 210 before getting a push back towards these highs from earlier this year. So my idea would be to see if it can get that first push the 210 and then watch the dip and then be a dip buyer with the tight stop, but be a dip buyer as it comes out of the consolidation back towards the 210 and see if it can finally get to the 210. Live, huge run earlier this year from when it broke out between 6 and 7. It ran all the way to 18.5 bucks. So not saying it does that tomorrow, but watch for over 550 to see if it can get a quick push towards 6. And then it definitely has room to about 750-ish. I mean, if it can get through 6 again. So just keep this former runner in mind. There's always a good one to have in the back of your head just in case volume starts coming in. And finally, GERN. It's been coming off bottom. We actually traded this thing today. Profitable trade. There we go. So we zoom into the 60-minute chart here. Basically, broke through yesterday's high this morning and we bought at about 159 as it was getting ready to push through 160, and then basically traded this trend all the way up. Took a 10-cent gain on it. Sure, it's not much, but profitable trade nonetheless. And look for the exact same thing tomorrow. Eventually, this probably speeds up and gets a good 20-30 cent day out of it. I mean, as long as it keeps trending higher, then it'll eventually get a bigger push. So there you have it. There's your watch list for September the 20th. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Otherwise, I will see you in the chat room.